Hello, everybody. My name's Ben Weir. I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself. First off, born and raised right here in Oklahoma till the ripe age of 17 years old. Swore in the United States Marine Corps the day I turned 17. Left shortly after. Went to spend 5 years in California on and off deployments till I got out of the Marine Corps. I was honorably discharged in 2006, where I came back to Oklahoma to try and raise a family. I was lucky enough, I applied at the Oklahoma City Police Department and they hired me. And at that point, I became a second generation Oklahoma City officer. My dad's a retired Oklahoma City cop. Once I got on the police department, I went on to work in special investigations where I'm a detective right now, hence the long hair and all that. I'll tell you a little bit about myself, a story from my childhood that makes me passionate about firearm safety, how dangerous they are, and kind of why I'm the gun guy I am. At about 11 years old, my dad was in a pool league. Him and my mom would go play pool. It was a police pool league thing. They had a team and they would travel around and play other teams. I had a buddy of mine that was over. My sister was at home. She was 13, and we decided we'd poke around. Me and my buddy, we decided we'd poke around my dad's room for whatever reason. Found his lever action 30-30. Found his 12 gauge city issued pump shotgun. And you guys don't know me now, but at the time, at 11, I was actually professionally trained by the Terminator, Arnold Schwarzenegger himself. I had seen the movie on multiple occasions, and at that point, I decided I know everything there is to know about firearms. I'm obviously proficient, so I take this 12 gauge shotgun and I find a way to get the action home. I rack the action back. I see there's a round in the chamber. I pull the round out. I set it on the bed. Send the action home, point the gun at the bed, click, doesn't go off. I'm thinking at that point in my infinite wisdom, with the amount of expertise that I had, I knew it was unloaded. I thought. So I take this 12 gauge shotgun, just like the movie, and I'm going to point it at my buddy about waist level. Click. But I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to make sure it's unloaded right next to my parents' bed, right in front of their nightstand. Pull the trigger. Boom! 12 gauge shotgun. Rounds, it's double up buckshot, goes in about like this big, hits the floor, concrete, shrapnel everywhere, all in the wall, all in the headboard, all in the nightstand, everywhere. It's horrible. I set the gun down on the bed, tell my buddy, hey, go home. My sister freaks out. She decides she's leaving, and I sit down on the couch and I wait. I wait and I wait and I wait. And it seemed like for a week I waited. But then I wake up about 10, 11 o'clock that night to my mom shaking me. Ben, wake up. What are you doing on the couch? And I see my dad and I tell my dad, hey, I need to go tell you something. I can't even tell him what happened. I have to show him. I couldn't even get the words out of my mouth. I walk him into his bedroom. I show him the damage. He's furious, but he's smart. And he tells me, son, go to bed. And I'm astonished at this point. I go to bed. I wake up the next morning to my mom waking me up. She says, hey, your dad wants to see you. And I figure he's going to be in there just working up his arm, just ready to go to town. And he's got that shotgun sitting on his lap, waiting for me. He sits that shotgun on his lap, and as I walk in, he says, son, I want to show you something, and I want you to know that I have failed you. And he shows me how to unload the gun. And he apologizes, and he says he should have shown me earlier because he knows that I was within a split second of possibly killing my best friend. And that's how dangerous firearms can be if they're not properly stored, if you're not properly showing the people that may be around them how to operate them. And that's kind of the way I am about guns. Thank you for your time.